Welcome back to the channel, guys. My name is Gordon. We are back with another video. Today I'm doing an updated price prediction video for Ondo Finance. As always, if you enjoy the content, please make sure to smash that thumbs up button below. Hit subscribe. We're on the road to our first 100,000 subscribers, so make sure to follow along for the journey. Hit that bell notification icon and don't forget to grab your free copy of The Rise of Bitcoin in the description below this video. Grab that now and let's talk about Ondo. Okay, first and foremost, guys, the altcoin market in general has been taking a bit of a beating over the past couple months as Bitcoin has drawn down from highs at 126K all the way down to just under $90,000, where we're sitting at the time of recording this video. And Ondo is sitting right at this 46 cents mark. We were as high as that dollar area just back here at the end of September. Moving into October, we started seeing that drawdown happening, and we've lost 50% of the value of Ondo in the past 8 to 12 weeks. So that is not good. I'm not going to sugarcoat it, but obviously I do still think Ondo has great potential under the hood because so much stuff they're building with Ondo Global Markets, tokenization of treasuries with their Biddle Fund partnership and BlackRock. All of that stuff still brewing under the surface makes me fundamentally bullish on where Ondo's price can go over the coming years. And so, yes, the technicals on the chart are not looking great right now. If we zoom out here, we lost this key level of support at that 66 cents area, and we've kept coming lower here. We are finding a little bit of support here around 45 cents. You could argue there's a little bit of support going back here to this time in March of 24. I've got this next zone marked in here at about that 38 cents area. But if we can hold that 45 cents zone where we're retesting right now, build a bit of a base here to move on and try re-push higher towards that 60 to 70 cents area, that is what I would like to see. Okay. Again, breaking out of this downtrend that we're in is going to be the next most important move here for Ondo. We need to see it getting out of this downtrend. If we can see a decision here in the next week or two, I think we're going to have to see it do something, whether it breaks lower or breaks out of the downtrend. We're going to see a decision from Ondo as we get towards the middle of December. So let's wait and see what happens. The chart not looking amazing, but wanting to see us build a base here to move a little bit higher. Okay, looking at another key chart for Ondo, the Ondo dominance chart, Ondo.D here over on TradingView. If you want to check out what Ondo is looking like versus the rest of the market, remember the dominance chart basically just telling us what percentage of total crypto market cap Ondo's market cap actually comprises of. And right now, Ondo's market cap makes up about 0.05% of total crypto market cap. However, the other trend that I want to draw your attention to is the downtrend that we're clearly in here as well over the past number of months, going back to the beginning of 2025. We had Ondo's dominance peaking this year all the way back pretty close to that 0.15% level. So it's down by 66% here since the highs back in February. And that's obviously a trend that we would want to see reverse if we're going to see Ondo start to outperform the rest of the market and actually see price moving higher. Now, we don't have historical data going back beyond January, February of this year, but I really would want to see us breaking out of this downtrend. Again, it might take another couple months before that happens, but if we can see Bitcoin building a base between 85 and 90, if we can see the rest of the altcoin market holding strong and maybe even Bitcoin dominance continuing to break down here, that would be a good signal for Ondo dominance and Ondo token price in US dollar terms to begin moving to the upside. You know, I'm watching this others versus BTC chart. And again, we're building a bit of a base here on this level of support. If I zoom out to the weekly, we haven't had that altcoin season similar to what we've had in previous cycles. And again, I'm not saying it has to play out the exact same way, but every time we've come down here to this zone of support on this trend line, we've had a subsequent rally up to the highs on this higher trend line in this channel. And we're clearly getting, support in this area as we speak. I think it's only a matter of time before we see a bounce to the upside, whether it's aggressive as aggressive as last time in 2017 or 2021, respectively, remains to be seen. But I do think we get a bounce here eventually, and Ondo is going to benefit from that, outperforming Bitcoin over a certain period of time. But finally, the last chart we'll look at, let's actually look at Ondo versus Bitcoin, because remember, the only reason I want to invest in something other than Bitcoin is because I think it has the potential to outperform Bitcoin on a percentage basis. And unfortunately, I think if we do look at this Ondo versus Bitcoin chart, it paints a pretty clear picture. There is definitely periods of outperformance. We can see that in that first quarter of 2024, Ondo had phenomenal outperformance versus Bitcoin. Again, in Q4 2024, Ondo had phenomenal outperformance against Bitcoin for certain periods here. And I think that will happen again. However, we can't avoid the fact that since those highs, again, back in December 24, we have been in a downtrend and we haven't seen Ondo make a big move against Bitcoin, in that period over the past 12 months. So I do think we need Ethereum and the rest of the alts starting to outperform Bitcoin on a percentage basis so that we can see Ondo start to outperform Bitcoin as well and do a move similar to what we got back here in Q4 24 and obviously in Q1 of 2024 as well. So I'm excited to see when that happens because, like I said, Ondo Global Markets, tokenization of real-world assets on chain, the Biddle Fund partnership with BlackRock, tokenized stocks that they launched just a few months ago are beginning to explode, and they're seeing lots of growth with on-chain adoption here. The amount of people actually purchasing and now building full-on stock portfolios using Ondo Global Markets. There's thousands of new wallet addresses accumulating these tokenized Ondo stocks on Ethereum and soon to come on both Solana, BNB chain, and obviously Ondo chain eventually as well. I do think they are yet to release those. They are actually available on BNB chain now, but Solana and Ondo chain coming very, very soon. And so this is exciting. This is what we're actually seeing in terms of the infrastructure that Ondo has been promising, rolling out here in the past few months and actually garnering real world adoption. You now have the ability to build a full on self custody stock portfolio in a non KYC manner in a crypto wallet. That is phenomenal. You can purchase your favorite tech stocks, indexes, you can purchase the S&P, the NASDAQ. Phenomenal opportunities here to be building a full-on stock portfolio. And I think this product in and of itself will be a very big reason for Ondo's growth over the next few years. So let's jump into what you've been waiting for, guys. Let's talk about the price prediction. Just as we're bringing that up, though, remember there are specific variables that I have to plug into this price prediction equation. I have to use my own judgment, my own biases as well to think about those individual variables. The three variables I'm talking about here are, first of all, total crypto market cap and where that will actually hit by the peak of the cycle. The second variable is dominance percentage of Ondo and where that will hit by the peak of the cycle. And then tokens in circulation. We've got about 3.15 billion Ondo tokens in circulation today. That's going to grow to 3.4 billion here over the coming months as we move through into 2026. And so that is the reason I'm plugging in these specific variables. But don't take my word for it. Use your own variables. If you think total crypto market cap is going lower or higher in a bear case, plug in your own variables, use the same formula to craft your own price predictions. And so, like I said, we're currently sitting at 0.05% dominance for Ondo today, down from its highs at 0.15% back in January this year. And so what I'm thinking is, in a bear case, we could see total crypto market cap getting as high as $5 trillion US dollars. If Ondo can get up to 0.2% dominance, that's going to give Ondo a market cap of $10 billion by the time we reach the peak. And just for reference, if we come back into Ondo here, we're currently sitting at just a $1.47 billion market cap today. Okay, getting to a $10 billion market cap for Ondo, dividing it by 3.4 billion tokens in circulation gets us to a $2.94 price target by the peak of the cycle in my bear case scenario. Now, if I jump back to the Ondo chart very, very quickly, zoom out to a weekly, you can see that we actually got up to highs here all the way at $2.14 back here in December of 2024. So getting to $2.94 again at the peak of a bull market is definitely very reasonable in my humble opinion. Okay, next up, we've got the base case. In the base case, I think total crypto market cap could peak closer to $7 trillion US dollars. If Ondo can get all the way up to 0.3% dominance, that's going to get us to a $21 billion market cap for Ondo. Again, dividing it by 3.4 billion tokens in circulation gets us all the way up to a $6.17 price target in my base case scenario by the peak of the bull market. And finally, last but definitely not least, in my bull case, what I'm thinking is total crypto market cap could peak closer to 9 trillion US dollars. If Ondo can get all the way up to 0.4% dominance, it's going to be a big lift. That is, a pretty big multiple from the 0.05% we're at today, but that's going to get us to $36 billion in market cap, dividing by 3.4 billion tokens, gets us into double digits for the Ondo price target, $10.58 in my bull case scenario. That is what I'm thinking. Yes, it's bullish, but if Ondo can actually get to, 30 to $40 billion in market cap, it means that we're going to be having a true alt season, a nice blow off top. And if the stars align, Ondo could be going into that double digit price target. Let me know below, guys, what do you think the price of Ondo is going to by the peak of the bull cycle? I want to hear it in the comments. Drop a comment below. Are you holding Ondo? Let me know, and I want to hear from you. That is it for today's video, guys. As always, if you enjoyed the content here, please take 3 seconds, smash that thumbs up button. It is right under my finger. It would mean the world. Let's take 3 seconds right now to do that. Make sure to subscribe. We're on the road to 100,000, so get along for the journey and grab your free gift in the description. The Rise of Bitcoin waiting for you. Make sure to get it, and we'll catch you in the next one.